Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meteorologist Sam Kenny, and tonight we're going to be talking about nothing but the tropics. They are brewing up like crazy. Here's a look of what we have right now. We currently, right now, on the screen have 6 named storms right now in between the Pacific and Atlantic basin. Excuse me, I'm just pushing my thing away, my stool away. So let's get right into it. So first of all, we have Hurricane Umberto, which is right here near Bermuda. This is the enhanced satellite. Right now it is a Category 2 hurricane with sustained winds, a Category 1 hurricane with sustained winds of 150 miles per hour, gusting to 140 miles per hour, and it's moving east-northeast, which is this way, at 60 miles per hour. And the location right now is 240 miles west of Bermuda. So right here, right there is Bermuda, so it is just right there. There's the outer cloud wall right there. That's where you're going to find your 150 mile an hour wind. So it is still a very strong hurricane, and it is bringing high to moderate threats of rip currents going all the way from the middle of Florida all the way up to Rhode Island. So it's not just bringing effects to Bermuda, it's bringing effects to the entire eastern coast of the U.S. Here's the latest track for this hurricane. It is forecasted to stay as a Category 1 hurricane, and it'll die down actually. Here it is. Bermuda will start to feel much more effects throughout the midnight hours of tonight and going into tomorrow. But as you can see, as it goes throughout Bermuda, it'll start to decrease in strength by tomorrow morning. It'll be down to a low Category 1 hurricane with winds around 105 miles per hour. But look at this. As it continues northward into the northern waters of the Atlantic Ocean, it'll eventually die down tomorrow night to 85 miles per hour. And then look at this. By Friday, it is no longer a hurricane. And then by Saturday, it heads way east, nowhere near us. And before this thing even became a hurricane, it brought tropical storm warnings to the northwestern Bahama Islands, which I just feel so bad for them because they just cannot get a break. Now here's our next system. We are watching Tropical Storm Imelda made landfall yesterday right around Houston and Galveston, Texas. Right now it is still currently a tropical storm with winds around 40 to 50 miles per hour. But right there is the center of circulation. As you can see, all these outer bands stretching into Louisiana. Here's the forecast. So it is subject to decrease in strength. It'll continue to head northward, and then it'll take a little bit northwestern turn towards Dallas by tomorrow afternoon. But as you can see, it'll be definitely dying down, going from 30 to 25 miles per hour. Here's the rain. You're still expecting around 6 to 10 inches of rain, right around that orange and red. And look how far this goes up to. Here's another model of the rain. As you can see, this model brings the more heavier rain more north. As you can see, this one there's really not too much heavier rain, but in this one we have a lot more higher rain totals. Now our latest storm, Tropical Storm Jerry. This is the one we are keeping a very close eye on here in the U.S. This just formed right now about this morning actually. It is right now a tropical storm with winds around 50 miles per hour, gusting to 65 miles per hour. It is currently moving to the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. And right now the location of it is 855 miles east of the Leeward Islands. So here are the Leeward Islands right here. There's the middle of Jerry. You can see it's almost kind of like circulating or like forming in a hurricane form. Here's the track of it. Thankfully, the track of it is showing it's not going to come anywhere. It's kind of going to take the same track as Umberto did. They are forecasting it to become a very strong Category 1 hurricane by tomorrow afternoon. But look at this. As it heads north towards San Juan and also Puerto Rico, it will die down to a low Category 1 hurricane and then back down to a tropical storm by Saturday afternoon, and then finally by Sunday afternoon, going into Monday afternoon, it will finally start to take that northeastern turn out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, heading towards Bermuda. So it is not out of the question for Bermuda to possibly get another storm. Once again, this is just another graphic that I found on the internet. As I said, it is forecasted to become a Category 1 hurricane either by tomorrow afternoon or Friday afternoon, and it will stay a tropical storm until Saturday. So this will be a hurricane for 2 days straight, and then it'll finally take that turn northeast towards Bermuda. Now there's also some alerts that are up right now due to this strong tropical storm. We actually have tropical storm watches right near St. Martin and St. Barth and Bartholomew. Excuse me if I'm saying that wrong. But even though this storm is very far away from those Leeward Islands, we are still starting to feel those effects. So even though, as I said, this storm is going to take a turn, it is not out of the question. You know, this storm could attempt this. I mean, this is just a forecast. It could go this way. It could go that way. It could go straight to the Carolinas. It could go into the Gulf of Mexico, or it could do that. The reason that they call this a cone of uncertainty because this is where it is forecasted to go. They're not saying that it is certain that it is going to go that way. It is just saying that based on the models, it is most likely to go that way. But as I just said, it could go that way, it could go this way, it could go that way, it could even go back down south. We don't know yet. So that's why everybody at home needs to be watching this storm very, very closely throughout the next few days and next week to see what impacts this storm will bring. As I just said, it could go north towards the U.S. So we need to be watching the storm very, very closely in case that forecast does change. Just once again, we are watching our newest system, possibly Invest 92L. We still have a few more waves coming off the western coast of Africa. And if you have watched my video earlier this year talking about this year's hurricane season, as I said, the National Hurricane Center predicted that this year we would have 15 to 19 named storms, 5 to 9 of those being hurricanes, and 2 to 4 of those being Category 3 or higher. So this is a very active hurricane season. Look at this. We have Invest 92C, Hurricane Madeline, Hurricane Lester. Another area to watch, Tropical Depression 9, Tropical Storm Imelda, Tropical Storm 8, Hurricane Gaston. Not sure where that is. And then also Invest 92L. So these tropics are blowing up. And you know, the forecast was definitely right because look at this. They are blowing up. Thank you guys so much for watching my video tonight. If any of you that are watching were affected by Tropical Storm Imelda, or if you were in the Bahamas affected by Category 5 Hurricane Dorian, know that you are in my prayers, and I will not stop praying for you until I know that every single pet, every single family has their shelter back and is safe again. Once again, I thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a great night and a great rest of your week.